When it comes to the innermost core, it is all one. When it comes to the body, when it comes to the mind, when it comes to your emotions and the world around you and your activity, the whole significance of life, the beauty of life and the efficacy of life is in just finding the right rhythm. What is your rhythm? If you listen to the outermost surface of who you are, there will be one kind of rhythm. If you delve a little deeper, there will be another kind of rhythm. There is a very surface rhythm which will find expression in very fundamental needs and compulsions of who you are. If you watch yourself a little more closely, you will see there is a psychological rhythm which need not necessarily match with the needs and compulsions which drive you on a daily basis. If you watch with little more sensitivity, you would notice an emotional rhythm which is of a completely different nature than your psychological rhythm. If you watch much more keenly, you may notice a certain chemical rhythm which could be more connected to our emotional cycles than anything else. If you watch with much more awareness, you may notice a certain energy rhythm which will not have anything to do with any of these things, but it causes everything else. But if you look deep enough, there is no rhythm, it's utter stillness. There is nothing to do about one stillness, just to take a dip is all you can do. But all the other realms need to be worked at. Your energies, your chemistry, your emotion, your thought, your body, your desire, and the karmic rhythms. These things need to be worked at, otherwise you will be just a repetition of the past. If you get into a certain rhythm which is compulsive within you, you will be just a repetition of the past over and over again. Nothing new will ever touch you. So to find the rhythm and consciously to change the rhythm, to make the rhythm more profound, more complex or more simple, above all, to be able to consciously change the rhythm, not to be like a broken record, that you go on singing the same rhythm all the time, all the time, all the time. So, if you do not learn to consciously change the rhythm of body, mind, emotion, chemistry and energy, you will become like a broken record, simply repeating the same things over and over again. The easiest way or the simplest way to break the rhythms which are compulsive within you is to start doing things that you don't like. You would like to start the morning with a chocolate, but here you start with a neem ball. Just what you don't like. If you want to break your emotional rhythms, the simplest thing is to look for somebody that you cannot stand and to work with them. Choose them as your partner to work with, somebody you just can't stand. These are simplest tools, may be drastic, but if you don't want to waste time in your life, that's the way to go. To just get up in the morning and do what you don't like. And after some time, you will see your likes and dislikes are essentially your making. They are not some God-given laws as to what you should like and what you should dislike. It's got nothing to do with the object of your like or the object of your dislike. It is just your compulsiveness which draws you to certain things and repels you from certain other things.
If you want to see your face and the mirror is dirty, what will you do? You will surely clean the mirror, because in the dirty mirror, you won't be able to see your face. So you clean the mirror and see yourself in it. It is so commonsensical. There is no rocket science involved in it, right? But you have to remember this basic thing when you start walking on the spiritual path. You have to first understand, why do you really want to walk the spiritual path? What is really your goal? I'm sure if you are a spiritual seeker, your goal is self-realization. Your goal is to know who you really are beyond this body-mind complex. Your goal is to know yourself as the divine conscious being completely apart from this body-mind complex. So, if this is your goal, then you have to understand this one thing very, very clearly, which is that the purpose of spiritual practices is to clean the mirror of this body-mind complex. And why do you do it? So that you can see your true face in it. You have to understand that on the level of your true nature as the divine conscious being, you are perfect, you are complete. Nothing needs to be done on that level. But you need to do a lot on the level of your body and mind. Thousands of lives of unconscious living have covered your true face with the dust of thoughts and emotions. Thousands of lives of unconscious living have covered your true face with the dust of desires and reactions, with the dust of likes and dislikes, with the dust of anger, hatred, and greed. So to know yourself as you truly are, you need to clean this mirror of body-mind complex. And how do you do it? You do it through your spiritual practices. This is what is the purpose of all meditations. This is what is the purpose of conscious living. This is what is the purpose of yoga. Just to clean this mirror of body-mind complex. You have to recognize that spiritual practices won't create the divine conscious you, the real you. The real you is already there, perfect and divine. Nothing can be added to it and nothing can be taken away from it. It is ever shining in its full glory and splendor. You only need to see it in the mirror of this body-mind complex. You can see it only when the mirror of this body-mind complex is clean. Become aware of your physical actions. For example, when you eat, try to remain aware of physical movements, how you prepare a morsel, how your hands bring that morsel to your mouth, how your mouth chew the food, the taste of the food bursting forth in your mouth, the explosion of joy happening, how the act of swallowing happens. Become aware of all these things. That's how conscious eating is done. This is what eating in awareness means. Slowly and slowly you can extend your practice of awareness to other physical actions as well. Like when you are taking a shower, become fully aware of all that happens during your shower. The cool drops of water falling on your body, the sensations arising, the scent of the soap running in your nostrils. Become aware of everything. This is what conscious bathing is. You can maintain awareness when you climb the stairs, or when you take a walk in the garden, or when you are moving from the kitchen to your bedroom. Just a few conscious steps when you walk from your kitchen to your bedroom can transform your whole life. Which means Just a few conscious steps from your kitchen to your bedroom can clean this mirror of body-mind complex. And in that clean mirror of body-mind complex, you can see your true face. You can see yourself as the divine conscious being completely apart from this body-mind complex. Right now, it may sound too good to be true, but this is what is the truth. It's an experience, so it can't be conveyed fully in words. You have to experience it yourself. That's what spiritual life is all about, right? It is all about the experience. It's about the experience of your divine conscious nature beyond this body-mind complex. But this experience can come only when you clean this mirror of body-mind complex. And how do you do it? By becoming aware in your life. By doing things consciously. By doing things with awareness.